And welcome back to What If Goku Went Super Saiyan as a Child, Part 3. So last time on the What Ifs, Goku and the gang had just defeated the evil tyrant Lord Frieza, but his troops, the remaining ones, went to space to call for backup from King Cold, the father. Now with this information, we continue. So there's not going to be as big in a time frame. I'm going to go about 6 months at maximum. A couple months for them to get deep enough into space that, they don't think the Z-Fighters are going to sense them, contact King Cold, and then show back up on Earth. So in the meantime, Goku and the gang will do the light training. Goku's power is already at around 2 million, with Piccolo being around 1 million. Between training, I think Goku would probably, for about 6 months or so, or about 5 before they're told that King Cold's showing up. Because that's what I think would happen. Until King Kai is sure King Cold's sending to Earth, he wouldn't let them know. Which probably would take about a month when they're in airspace. Or in the general direction. Give or take. Saying. Goku would still probably get up to like maybe 2 million with training with Piccolo. And Piccolo would probably get up to 4 million. Sorry, 4 million. Piccolo I actually think would be the higher base form just because he's got the more to gain. And he's also just has a tendency to train himself to an extreme. And he was able to basically compensate for not being and having the power of a Super Saiyan by kind of being near as strong as a Super Saiyan in some regards, because he was able to easily take on the androids, the 19 and 20. So when the Z-Fighters get told that there's Colt showing up in a month, they kind of go into hardcore training mode here. And Goku and Piccolo, Goku will probably hit about 6 million, Piccolo will probably hit about 10 million respectively. So at that point now, it's that King Cold shows up. Trunks is meanwhile waiting in the wing. Should know that Yamcha and Bulma's relationship has probably progressed about the same. And that whatever kid they have would essentially be their equivalent of Trunks, just without being a Super Saiyan. But the Trunks we see here is a Super Saiyan. He still has Vegeta as his father. So he sees the Z-Fighters meeting, basically lining up for King Cold's ship. And he's just like, where's Dad? King Cold comes out. Now, to explain where I put King Cold's power real quick, just to sum it up, because I'm actually redoing this video, because for some reason I clicked the stop button to stop the video. To explain where I put King Cold's power, I imagine King Cold's power somewhere rests around 145 million, give or take. Because Trunks could easily handle both of them, but he can't handle the future androids, which are weaker than the present androids. So I imagine him, he can't take even on Goku, who's probably around at least 200 million when he comes back. So I imagine he's like around 175. Frieza's robot form was stronger than his Namek power form, supposedly, but probably not by anything that could even take on a Super Saiyan. So he's probably only like around 135 million. And Cold is said to possibly be even stronger than him. So I don't know, 145 is about the proper power area. So you get then to Cold showing up. He's like, so you are the fighters who took care of my son. Piccolo and Goku are actually stuck. It's like, actually, it was just us. And it's like, was it just them? Actually, no, it was all of them. It's like, and then, Piccolo just, it's like, yeah, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but whatever. It's like, Piccolo, it's like, it's like, we got it. We can't have these guys go up against this guy. He's way too powerful. So, again, a 6 million Goku and a 10 million Piccolo. Piccolo immediately pumps up a Kaioken, and Kaioken type 10 just throws at Cold, who admittedly is a little shocked by the Namekian's power, but immediately just like, oh, though it's like, well, I guess you were. It's like, you definitely have this. You're definitely the spunkiest of them. He goes in, he hits Piccolo, but Goku immediately just comes in, and it comes in again, and they just attack. They press him on the defensive for a little bit, but ultimately, base form wise, Goku can't compete with King Cold. But, frankly, that doesn't really matter that much, as he immediately just goes Super Saiyan, and Piccolo goes full-on Kaioken times 20, and then it's like, sir, it's like, oh, so this is like, boom, and then, blast him away. So King Cold basically gets wrecked, and they more or less destroy the rest of the crew. The crew tries to get away. This time, they get blasted out of the sky by Piccolo, who just blows up the ship as it's in mid-orbit. So King Cold's fight ends pretty quickly. Cut to Trunks showing up and saying, "It's like, wow, that was like, hi, I was actually gonna take care of him, but so you're Goku." It's like, yeah, I'm Son Goku, yes. So you're son Goku. It's like, oh damn it! It's like, yeah, I'm Son Goku, yes. Roll with it. So that scenario is going to go to say until he is like, I'm wondering why Vegeta's not with you. He's like, we haven't seen Vegeta since he attacked Earth. It's like, what do you need? Why do you know Vegeta? As far as I know, he's dead. He's like, what? No, I guess he's not. Now at this point, Trunks doesn't believe that because they don't know he's dead in this scenario. So what happens? Trunks right now maybe thinks he's just off planet or something. So whatever. Well, anyway, tell him if you see him next time. In 3 years, the androids are going to come. Blah 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 blah. And explains that here's the heart medicine. Later, peace. There's no Bulma in this scenario because I think it'd be pretty smart. Because remember, it's like I didn't even get to see this Frieza guy last time, which was just dumb on her part. This time he showed up on Earth. There wasn't any point for her to show up. So now they're dealing with the fact that the androids are coming. And remember, the androids are going to be a lot stronger than their canon counterparts because they were designed to basically be strong enough to deal with Goku with all the information they were getting. They analyzed that he would continue to grow in strength, and they were designed accordingly. These androids know about Super Saiyan, so they're designed a lot more accordingly. So instead of where I guess the androids probably lie somewhere in the neighborhood of anywhere between 170 to 190, we're dealing with androids here who probably are more closer to around 350. Like they're probably closer to what I think the canon 17 and 18's powers are, which is around 300 and 350 respectively. And 18 and 19 are 18 and 19. 17 and 18 are probably more on the lines of 450 and 500, with Cell being even stronger than them. So we'll get to all that when we get to it. Still, they're now training hardcore for the androids. Now, remember, when actually training for the androids, Piccolo was able to go all the way up from like somewhere probably in the 20 million. We don't know what his power was exactly, but 20 million range to somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 million. Enough that he could take on either of the androids if he had to, of Duro and 19 respectively. So hardcore training with him and Goku. Plus, they're able to really go toe-to-toe with each other now, with him being the stronger of the two in terms of just base. So now him and Goku are really going hard at it training. Goku also, with 3 years, I think he does manage to finally achieve Super Saiyan 2. Over 3 years, he is able to go Super Saiyan 2. Because he's already protected Super Saiyan, perfect Super Saiyan at this point in the story, or version of the story. So it makes sense that 3 years, hardcore training and pushing himself, knowing there's more beyond normal Super Saiyan, I fully believe we would see him reach Super Saiyan 2. Now, from a power perspective, really the only guys that are going to matter in this scenario are going to be like Trunks, Piccolo, and Goku, respectively. That being said, we should note that Gohan will occasionally train with them as well. I fully see that happening. And he's only around, I think, 5,000 is where I put him. Or 2,000, 3,000, I think. Yeah, it was like 3,000. I would imagine with like occasionally joining his dad and Piccolo for like training and stuff, and occasionally going pretty hard. I think you can see Gohan reach easily into the upper teen thousands, like tens of thousands. So maybe like put him somewhere respectively at the 50,000 marker. Now, granted, you're not going to see you're not going to see really the rage boost because his dad's usually generally there. Right? He trains a lot, but he's still around the house. He still works on the farm. The farm is a radish farmer. So yeah, I still think you'll see Gohan doesn't have that innate rage in this case as he did in the anime because his dad's usually there. He deals with a pretty oppressive mom occasionally. I'm not one of those people who likes Chi-Chi very much. But still. Now, in terms of power, where are we putting Piccolo and where are we putting Goku? Because they can train pretty much at an even base with each other. And Piccolo is really able to and Piccolo's actually stronger in base, but then you go factor Super Saiyan Goku there to train with him, and he can push him harder. And then, Piccolo can actually, when he's going full out, can definitely give Super Saiyan Goku a solid fight. Without going too extreme, I would say for 3 years, it would not be a stretch to put Piccolo roughly. He wouldn't be as strong as his canon counterpart, I don't think. Like around two. Like I put him Canon Piccolo at around 200 million. I don't think it'd be that strong. But I think we could put him at around 150 million. I think that's a legitimately solid number. Hell, even if we put him at 100 million, that would still make him probably one of the strong. That'd still make him far stronger than any normal individual in the series. But again, we got to go by the realistic standards of how Piccolo progressed. So around 100 million for his power. Goku, it's different case for Goku and them. When you think about it, Goku's power did not grow. Well, also Piccolo was a lot weaker than Goku at that time. But when Goku was training with Gohan, who was somewhere close to, was not really that close. Gohan was like a fair bit away, but as they trained together, Gohan grew in strength, and their powers grew very much at the same rate. Goku probably went from anywhere between 8 and 10 million to around 50 something million. My speculation. So Goku's power grew at a pretty solid rate. So definitely can't put him at 100 million. In fact, I'm going to lower Piccolo to about 100 million, I think. But I'd put him more closer to like 50 million. I think that'd be a very solid number to put him at. Granted, that multiplication stuff was from the hyperbolic time chamber. Piccolo didn't get that, so progression of growth, whatever, inconsistencies, power scaling gets wonky at these levels. So Goku, we'll just conservatively say 50 million, and Piccolo is standing around 100 million. But again, Goku now has a Super Saiyan 2 form, which completely, kind of cheats out, Piccolo when going Kaioken times 20 at this point could basically wreck anyone in the series at 2 billion. Goku powering up the Super Saiyan would put him at 2 billion, and then Super Saiyan 2 puts him at 5 billion. So yeah, they're kind of again, thinking on this now, I'm going. It's a very counterproductive scenario because Piccolo demonstrated he could basically do that. You can basically bypass those number or think of the words you're trying to think here. He could escalate that quickly without the hyperbolic time chamber. Admittedly, Vegeta, Goku, none of the other guys have ever shown they've been able to escalate that quickly. But maybe not. Well, I mean, that's not true either because as you get stronger, it's harder to grow stronger. So yeah, I would for sake of, I would still put them right around that level. 50 million for Goku, 100 million for Piccolo. So anyway, but remember, this Piccolo knows Kaioken. That's kind of what maybe changed this up in my mind. Anywho, so Piccolo, so they go up, but Goku also has the heart virus. So his 50 million probably goes down more to like a 40 million, mainly when they meet the androids, who are somewhere in the, again, 250 to or 300 to 350 range, respectively, for Jiro and 19. Jiro 320, 1920. So Goku stands off of him and is like, we know everything about you, even your transformation. At this point, Goku's probably is still losing stamina. Hits about 35 million, which still, when he transforms, it's like, yeah, it's like, you mean this? And then, boom, powers up, which immediately puts him at around, but again, I think activating Super Saiyan also causes the virus to accelerate a bit. So now he's down to 30, which still puts him at 1.5 billion. So he immediately just comes in, starts wrecking shop with 19 for a little bit, maybe just punches a hole and is like, ah! But all the while he's fighting, his energy is quickly draining. So, his power is dropping. He goes from the 1.5 billion to about 1 billion pretty quick. Then does a Kamehameha. While 19 can still function without hole injuries, he's still not working well. He absorbs the energy. Now his energy's down to about maybe 10 million, respectively, because he had to use Kamehameha. Like, oh man, that's too much. But he's still stronger than 19, technically speaking. And that energy is a lot of energy that even he doesn't know how to process at this point in time. Goku still comes in and delivers the decapitation kick, but ultimately collapses on the ground. It's like he was able to beat 19. And then Goku's like, it's hard. It's like, crap, did anyone forget his message? It's like, Yamcha. It's like, yeah, I got it. So Nezuko's like, you're not going anywhere. And then comes in to just blast the power. Piccolo just comes in with a Kaioken blazing, just like, yeah, no, you're not. And then, like, just a Kaioken times 3 nearly evens him out. So he just has a Kaioken times 5 on just, it's like, ah! It's like, boom! Just wrecks his shop. So now now you deal with the concept of, basically you deal with the fact that Gero is like, oh, I need to get out of here. I need to get out. It's like, no, you're not. And then just takes out Gero. At this point, Piccolo and Goku are kind of overpowered to some degree, but they take care of Gero pretty quickly. However, now we deal with the fact that Cell is around. And Trunks comes back. He's like, these aren't the androids I fought in the past. Like, what do you mean? They're the androids each other. Let's see. Yeah, I know, but they're different. Did I changed the timeline all? Where's Vegeta? Where's Dad? He's like, Dad? Vegeta's your dad? It's like, yeah, as far as I know. It's like, hey, it's like, hold on. It's like, if Goku here asks him, it's like, hey, yo, Kami. He's like, to ask King Kai where Vegeta is. It's like, oh, fine. It's like, King Kai, are you there? It's like, oh, yeah, what do you want? It's like, have you been paying attention? It's like, actually, no, I've been busy just making tea. What's that? It's like, we're just wondering, do you know where Vegeta is at? Vegeta? Hold on a second. Just like that. I'm not sensing him. Hey, Yama, what happens? Oh, Vegeta, you mean that spike-haired bastard? Yeah, Vegeta's dead. It's like, yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. It's like, what? Then how am I still here? It's like, I don't know. How are there 2 other androids that you didn't tell us about? So, yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess. So now Cell gets into the fray. Now, Cell is already vastly superior, because right now I put the enhanced 18 and 17 at 450 and 500 respectively. Cell is already stronger than them. So I would put Cell somewhere around maybe 750 to have like just maybe not that high, maybe 600. Yeah, 600 million. He's far and away stronger than them. And that's absorbing them. So at this point now, Cell is like, so wait, if they not activate, then, and then he just gets a creepy smile as he's been drinking people. He's just like, then they still asleep. So it's like, yeah, any of these scenarios where Gero and 19 get killed before they can activate 18 and 19 or 18 and 17. If Cell's very clever. If Cell just thinks about it and it remains hidden, he'll find them and he'll drink them. So he basically just wakes up 18. He's like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden his power erupts and everyone senses that. Now, everyone generally, including myself, puts second stage Cell around 1 billion, give or take. I would imagine that second form Cell in this scenario is more around 2 billion. And then comes third form, and then comes Cell absorbing. So it's like, no! And then, eats him. Now you're looking, and I imagine his power doubles again, right around, maybe not doubles, is right around 3 billion. His suppressed power is right around his max power in the normal series, prior to that. So now it's like, oh yes. And it's like, no, to wreak havoc on this world. So it's like, go, I'll take care of this. Like, no, you cannot, Piccolo. We're not strong enough. It's like, leave me alone, old man. I'll tell you. Like, if you die, I die. And the Dragon Balls are gone. It's like, yeah, and if we fuse, the Dragon Balls are gone also. It's like, true. So it's basically Piccolo is like, I have to go and maybe try to take this guy out. It's like, no, let's do. Basically, it ends up with them fusing. They do agree to merge again, which doubles Piccolo's power to around 200 million. Granted, add a Kaioken multiplier in there, you get someone a lot more powerful. So Piccolo goes to confront Cell, like, Piccolo, how are you? I was wondering if you or maybe Goku would show up. And so I was like, who are you? It's like, I could go by so many names. Android 18, Android 17. But I prefer Cell. And then, Piccolo's like, yeah, well, I prefer. He's like, I prefer you not threaten the planet. It's like, yeah, well, life sucks. Get used to it. And so Piccolo comes in, charges in with a Kaioken times 10, which immediately would put him at 2 billion. But as we saw with Vegeta, even being a little over half of the cell's power, roughly speaking, probably isn't that just, it's like, ooh, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, just do. It's like, really, Piccolo, this is getting embarrassing. And just boom, grabs it, just, boom, blasts and starts beating the crap out of him. Piccolo powers up all the way to Kaioken times 20. It's like, Rah! He even goes a little beyond that, maybe 25, even 30, and pushes himself a bit too hard. We never seen anyone go past the 20 marker. I always go with the idea that because of the way Namekian's body is designed with the regeneration capabilities, it's tougher and therefore could handle a higher graded Kaioken. But even then, a Kaioken times 30 might be pushing it just a little bit. And it'd be equivalent, I think, when Goku used the 20. He could do it, but it basically drained him. I'd imagine this would be the case too. Granted, 30 immediately puts Piccolo at around 6 billion. And Cell senses this too. And he gets out of the way though. Just, it's like, special beam special beam cannon, and then just blasts Cell. So just like, basically it's the final Flash scenario where, except more powerful. It's like he's missing basically his entire lower body. Just kind of freezes. I was like, and Piccolo just, he's just. All this while, Goku has finally woken up, sensing the danger. And he gets a decent little Zenkai. I'd imagine he'd probably be 60 million. Just a fair number. I don't want to overdo it at the moment. Around 60 million. So he's just saying, Piccolo! It's like, what is this power? Like, no, Piccolo! I can sense his power being fast. And he just flies off. Just, what? I'm just trying to do the math real quick. So around, 60 million is a fine number. So he flies off. Okay, he immediately goes Super Saiyan, goes to 3 billion. Meanwhile, Cell just regenerates like, you see, Dad. You see, Dad. The reason I'm gonna call it cells. I have collected all the cells of all the greatest fires. I have all their abilities, even your precious regeneration. So tell me, Piccolo. It's like who's the bet? Who's the bet? I don't know. I can't think of a line for Cell right now. He's about to blast him, but then he senses Goku. But it's like, Goku, and then they're just like now Goku's at an even 3 billion. So he's basically right equal to Cell. So it's basically Cell games. The initial fight of the Cell games, like, all right, and they say, yes, you're the true reason I was born, to kill you. And then they fight, and you're gonna get basically a lot of the fight you had in the Cell games. Basically they're at an even ground, and this is the first opponent since Frieza who can give Goku a serious fight. Even with Frieza, he was generally on par. Goku was generally on par, but he had the aid of everyone else. This is the first fight in a while he's really had one-on-one with someone who's basically his equal. They're going back and forth, boom, boom, boom. It's like, it's like, calm, you can't put that much power to the Kamehameha. It's like, oh, and it's like, then I guess you're gonna have to ask yourself a question. What are you going to do? Me? And then Goku's just like, and he just gets that determined glare and it's like, boom, and then Goku just, and then for the first time in the series right now, Super Saiyan 2 Goku comes out, doubles that power to 6 billion, there's just Kamehameha, and just overtakes that bitch. It's like even full power Cell wouldn't be able to be like, what? What? And he got Cell powers up to full power. It's not enough. It's like, what? It's like, and then just that blast goes back. It's essentially the Gohan versus Cell struggle, except Cell doesn't stand a chance in this case. And he just, and then just gets incinerated. So we end with Super Saiyan 2 Goku incinerating Cell in a homage to the Gohan versus Cell Kamehameha struggle, but much more one-sided. Luckily, Piccolo is saved before he's killed, but unfortunately, they still don't have Dragon Balls. So, yeah, they're going to have to figure out something to do that with. So, but unfortunately, anime version of King Kai, or canon version of King Kai, doesn't know instant transmission. So, they're going to have to figure out a way to get Dende there. Or another Namekian. Because Piccolo, as far as I know, can't create Dragon Balls. Anyway, though, that is where we're going to leave it off. Cell has been defeated. There is no Android 18 or 19, 17 or 18. 16 never woke up. So 16 is actually, fun fact, 16 is actually still sleeping. So maybe at some point this will be brought up. Anyway, though, Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, What If, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to it at some point. Join us again for who would wins on Thursday and Friday. It's seeing Uncle Drew this week, so that's the review for this week. And the box office and What If will be up on Sunday. That What If will be the continuation of the Naruto Jinchuriki story, so keep your eyes out for that. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed, and see you